Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bahrain Now. With me, your host, Bara Abdulla. We've got a great show coming up featuring great local talents, initiatives, and happenings from around the kingdom. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now to a talk with the climate change champions, the team members of Drops Project Omar Sameer, Rawan, Ramy, and Yamamah Oday, to speak about their experience in the climate change, all that taking place right here. So, good evening.
Good evening.
It is going to be a good talk, definitely. Just listening and hearing about the project Offset, as I read the script earlier, I'm like, no way. You've just made this happen. This is amazing. So, I mean, what you've done was just phenomenal. Like the idea behind it. That's why today we want to hear more about it, right? So, Omar, tell us more about the idea.
Okay, so basically it's a climate champions competition that was held at October 2021. Our idea raised from the workshop itself. We had a workshop at the Windham Grand Hotel for 5 days.
Okay.
And our idea raised from the workshop itself there is that our team is consisted of 7 members.
Okay.
And we saw that lots of people do take the bottles of water, drink a sip or two, and just they throw it away.
Guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. So we thought of why we don't solve this problem. Why don't we have a solution for this problem?
Exactly.
So we thought of a very simple, a very convenient, a very approachable idea of having a container that can gather or collect those wasted water.
Okay.
And so it can be connected with a hose and can be used later on for watering fruits, crops, flowers, a better useful place.
Definitely. Wow. So it started off by just seeing an issue, like all that leftover water from in drinking bottles, which is definitely an issue, right? And it's like one bottle with another, you have like tons of water, like can be actually used to certain, purposes, like watering gardens, like you just said and mentioned. It's amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
Now, as we heard the idea, now how can we upscale it to a bigger scale?
We would like to go bigger to other schools. We have done it to schools already, Hawar International School and Khawla Secondary School for girls. It have been good in Hawar. Khawla still, they have students yet to come, inshallah.
Okay.
And we would like to to expand it to other schools in Bahrain, colleges, universities, other governmental institutes, not private institutes, even parks, so that we can reach a bigger age group.
Okay.
And raise the awareness amongst the whole society, not just one place.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, everybody's drinking water, right? And everybody's just throwing a lot of bottles here and there, so might as well just every age, every category. You're absolutely right.
And the main goal is to not just raise awareness about water specifically, but water waste and just resource consumption in general.
I mean, to add more to that, like we are definitely heading to the whole thing with water consumption, and it's going to be an international issue. It already is right now, to the point right now they're going to say that what countries are going to export water in the future, right? So they can't even give them a superpower that they can actually export water. One of the countries were Brazil at this point. So if we can solve the problem now, that's amazing. I love that. It's an amazing initiative, from a small thing, from just collecting water out of bottles. You never know what's going to happen later on, right? Like you said, a lot of water to be distributed to different purposes. But now let's talk about the process. Collecting all these bottles, and I can only imagine, like, we have to go through a lot of R&D, how we want to make that happen, that kind of stuff. I'm really curious to know more about that, Yamamah.
So like Omar previously said, our project works on the leftover drinking water. So if we were able to collect sufficient amount of water, enough for the gardens, you wouldn't need to even use the new water from the tanks, if you know what I mean. So that would be great. And like they say, two birds in one stone. We would be also be collecting plastic water bottles. There will be like a bin for disposing plastic water bottles. So this like exactly two birds, one stone.
I love that. I love that. It's just simple, but yet so effective.
Yeah.
It's just the way you thought of it. It's like, it's been there for years and years and years, but it takes a team like Drops to put it into perspective. It's like, hey, bring your drops, man. We got something for you. So I want to know, as I would like to ask you this, pretty much with what's going on right now with the organizations and all of that, what kind of support are we getting over here?
Okay, the support was extraordinary actually from everyone. Lots of people motivated us, not only on social media, from the organizers themselves, from the British Council, from the ministry itself. Our parents pushed us so much. Our mentor, Dr. Dalal Al-Atawi, she pushed us. She took our hands from the point that we thought that we are not going anywhere to the next step.
Wow.
So the emotional support, the spiritual support was amazing.
Love that. I love that. And it seems like not only that support that you got from the organizations, you as a team, you've been supporting each other as well.
Yes.
Which I'm just curious, how did you get to meet? What happened? I'd like to hear your part of the story.
Actually, we know each other from previously, so the project didn't bring us together. University did. We're the same batch. We study in University of Bahrain, major pharmacy.
Wow.
All together, so we're already friends.
Okay.
And then we came together in this workshop, and we decided to do something.
Awesome, awesome. And you were pretty much having fun with this, knowing
So
that you're going to be your friends and all of that, and making a change to this world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that. And Amari would be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
That was the idea.
That's a good story. Very simple, but yet that's it. You just took it off from there. Now, as you have the awareness for this, you understand. But let me ask you this: how is the awareness in Bahrain when it comes to stuff like these?
I actually believe that the EWA and NGOs are doing a great effort in raising the awareness, not just regarding water, but energy consumption, resource consumptions in general, everything. And I believe that having this knowledge from them in our minds has definitely inspired us to come up with this project and look closely on the issue of waste of drinkable water.
Wow.
And try to be contributing to this awareness of the society.
Wow. I can only imagine right now all the water companies, right? And all the water bottles that, that's being consumed every day. We could have easily right now saved tons of water. Like you said yourself, Mama, earlier, we could have striked and just pretty much wiped out a lot of things or a lot of procedures we're doing today just to save water and recycle it again. And you're just doing it in a very simple manner. Drinking bottles.
Exactly.
That's pretty much it. It's simple as that. Now, as the project is just out there and it's getting a lot of attention and attraction, I want to ask you, what about the future? What do you have in store for us? You want to keep it as a teaser, or you have something coming up?
Well, I can give you a little sneak peek.
Okay, lucky me. TV presenter getting a sneak peek right now. Exclusivity. Let's go.
Well, for the future, we're planning to add a water motor, so it's going to be easier for us to deal with it.
Nice.
And we were planning to also add some solar panels, so that we won't have the need to use electricity, because, environment. Wow. Yeah. And maybe for the later future, we were planning to make it more automatic, where individuals would simply just dispose their entire bottle, and by the act of compression and spikes and holes, it would just spike through the bottle and then collect the water, and then the water bottle itself would be disposed in a separate recycling bin. It's all automatic in there, but it's just a draft idea for now.
It's a science fiction right there. It's really something out of the Matrix movie at this point.
Yeah.
This is just put the bottle right there. It will do everything.
Exactly.
Love that.
One step at a time,
Right.
So
so much for a sneak peek. You just gave me the idea altogether.
It's kind of exclusive.
All right here on Bahrain TV. Just in case, Drops, because pretty much an international conglomerate, taking over the world. Don't forget about us.
Of course.
But we pretty much got things going on for here, and that's what happens. But you never know. Maybe an investor will be listening to this interview right now. It's like, yes, I've been looking for something like this a long time ago. Let's go. Let's drop it on Drops.
So many ideas on the way.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot, right? So I would love to hear your advice right now, because it seems, for you to reach to this point, there are certain things you pretty much had to hold on to, whether it's a discipline matter or if it's something else. So I want to hear, Omar, from your perspective, any advice you'd like to give us and to your viewers? What would it take to reach where you are today?
Okay, for an advice, actually, we wanted to do this idea so we can reduce the water that is wasted. So I can say that for the small kids, try to not buy lots of bottled water so we can reduce the plastic water bottles, and having, you know, the disposable water bottle that can be thrown after and can be recycled and not be used by any dustbin, can be recycled afterwards. And yeah, losing less water will be effective. Less water,
definitely. What about you?
I think what got us here as a team was definitely, it's gonna sound cliche, but respect. And all of us had ups and downs, and when I didn't want to do stuff and I was not in the mood, Yamamah was or Omar was, so they picked me up, or our other team members were. So they picked me up once, I picked them other the time. It's just consistency and not giving up even when you don't see the light.
Okay, it's good to have great team members that act as your family, right?
Yeah,
7 team members, right?
7, yeah.
7, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good number actually. Yamamah,
Yeah.
tell me, last words.
Well, in addition to what Rawan has said, patience, like they say, patience is a virtue. So for me, I really have this bossy nature where I like to boss people around.
Right.
So it was kind of a challenge for me to actually accept the ideas of other people and like to actually consider them into action. So I can definitely say I've learned so much from this, like in a personal perspective, you know.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. It's beautiful, and I can only imagine what the other team members have to say as well. Pretty much being proud of this amazing group right here. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was an eye-opener, an inspirational talk, if I may say. And it's been a great honor having you with us right here on Bahrain Now, and we cannot wait to see what's going to happen when we're going to have you pretty much opening up to the future with products out of the Drops conglomerate, Memac organization. Not sure what's going to happen over there. Let's make it happen. Well, it's been a great pleasure, definitely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Great.
Most definitely, most definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Drops team, dropping it like it's just beautiful all here together. With water, saving a lot of water and saving the planet. All that took place right here in an interview with the Drop team members right here on Bahrain Now. Well, everyone, I hope you all enjoyed that episode as much as I did. Don't forget to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below, and stay tuned for more happenings right here on Bahrain Now. I'm Bara Abdulla. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.